Well, this is my posted video. How you doing? We had a conversation a little bit about the shooting in Cuba, Cuban waters, and sure you're all aware of that, and the government protesting. And I said, yeah, but what about all the people we've killed, claiming that they're drug boats? We don't know if they're drug boats or not. You know, uh, just because they come out of Venezuela, and some of them aren't coming. The ones on the Pacific, I don't think are coming out of Venezuela. I don't think the ones who are getting in the Caribbean are still Venezuelan. I don't think people are that stupid to keep sending boats up knowing that they're going to get blown out of the water. The profit margin's worth it, but I'm just saying, I just don't think they're that stupid, because eventually the profit margin's not going to be worth it. You're not going to find anybody to drive the boats. Know what I'm saying? So, what else was I going to do? Oh, we're going to see what else I can talk about here. Uh, it appears that Trump's dealings with Iran are very similar, the way they're going on, similar to President Bush's miscalculations, which led to a disaster. So I don't think he's any smarter, and I don't think people understand that. When they went into Iraq uh, and took out, I forget his name, but that's not relevant right now. They created an unbalance in the area. They removed the balance between Iran and Iraq, and Iran became the powerful one, and Iran became a nuclear power, or went on to attempt to become a nuclear power. And by the time the United States got around to messing with them, it was too late. It is. It's too late. They have a problem there that's going to stay there. Um, the top generals don't want to avoid conflict, but at the same time they're preparing for war with Iran. I don't know. Now we got Bill Gates apologizing to his staff over Epstein ties. Come on, people. Trump didn't do anything. You the dumbest fucking people on the planet. We must have be the dumbest country on the planet when it comes to politics and worship. You know, it's just not. It's happening too fast for it to be anything other than. We have a lot of prejudice in this country. We have a lot of racism in this country. And be grateful that the Indians didn't massacre the first arrivals in this country, because you may never have gotten this country. You stole this country from people. And it wasn't just you. Other countries were here, like the Louisiana Purchase and all this stuff. Other countries were here, and they stole, and then we stole, and it's been genocide against the Native Americans for centuries. I forgot the number. They said 300 million people slaughtered so that you could build a house, or somebody could, put a cow on the. I don't know. That's just more stupidity. People complain, so they updated the Whopper burger. I don't care about that stuff. I don't eat that stuff. Because when you get it down here, it's burned to a crisp. It's burned and dry. So. It's like the turnout in Texas is surging. I don't know why the primary is so important. Unless somebody wants to be a politician very badly. Yeah, they talk about Trump's new retirement savings plan. You know, Now they're saying literacy rates lagging. Well, we know Trump can't read, doesn't want to read, doesn't like to read. You know, he's a, I don't know what he is. He's not a technophobe, that's for sure. He uses whatever he believes will benefit him the most at that particular moment. You know, if it's I don't know if it's if it's his Truth Social, or if it's going on, you know, radio or TV or what have you. You know, uh, I don't know. He would be better off now doing radio, except the radio isn't that popular anymore. You know, we're doing a podcast that it'll just show a picture of him. You know, it's not a live. What I used to call, I call vlogs, but they call a podcasts. Uh, but he wants to change the election rules, make it IDs mandatory, uh, which means I won't be able to vote because I'm not going back to the United States. Not because I don't like the United States or anything like that. I'm here, aren't I? You know, talking about it because I think it's a great country, or it was. I'm not so sure it is anymore. You know, I used to meet people from all over the world there. Now I have to go to like Medellin, the city itself, to have that happen down here. But that's okay. You know, I understand that. But I mean, there I used to be walking down the street in Parsippany and run into somebody from Ireland. And when I say not Irish, I mean they were off the boat. They were here visiting. And they were just looking at the country because they love the countryside. I see it when I go fishing, and I run into the people walking around the lakes and everything like that. You know, it's just Canadians, what have you. I went to one lake that was really more Canadians than Americans. From what I understand, that's not the same now. It's more, this Canadian visitation is way down. So is any kind of visitation, you know. Exit can't leave Mark Kelly alone because he called Hexit out, telling him that the illegal orders he was giving, and he does it all. And Hexit does it all the time, under orders from the president, because he can't think for himself. You know, I mean that's a real big thing. Trump must want something Iran has for to keep moving towards war, you know. Trump administration keeps Tracy Gabbard whistleblower complaint from Congress on executive privilege. You see, that has to change. Let's see. The Clintons are going to testify in the Epstein probe. I'm not sure that's good for Trump or not. I don't know. Cuba says 4 killed in a speedboat shooting or attempting to infiltrate the country. That's been done before, so they could definitely be whatever advanced intelligence agencies, you know, for possible another invasion of Cuba. talking about the Board of Peace, which is just, nothing really. They're just the Republicans seem to go out and find what, or Trump's people, Trump supporters. I'll call them. I'll call them. Uh, what they are, maggots. But they're not all there are people independents and others that like him, but they're just not smart. And I still say that I have seen several of, every time he used to do a rally, I would notice several of the people in the background that I had seen at another rally in another state. So either these were people that were just following him around, or they were being paid to follow him around and sit behind him and cheer at everything he'd wave Trump placards for everything he did, and he's really I don't know. I just I don't know. Florida's new sociology syllabus goes against every tenet of sociology. That I know about. I studied sociology in college. I don't remember all there's a couple of terms that I don't remember, and I don't know why, but maybe I didn't like the stuff. But I did a lot of debating and stuff during that course. It was fun for me. I enjoyed it. But I knew I couldn't make any money at it, so actually I did when I started attending bar. It actually helped me out. Trump administration pauses $259 million in Medicaid funding to Minnesota. That's how he's getting even with them. I just tell him, look, you want to send your ICE here? Tell them to bring their own body bags. They're not coming in here. But we'll see. I don't know. What can I tell you? All right. That's, Oh, did I show you? I didn't show you this stuff. I did carving. And I said I was going to show you these things, and here I have them here. It's very difficult to see this. This pattern came from, both my owl patterns are the same pattern, just done in different sizes and whatnot. And they're from Gene Messer. You can get this on, you can get the pattern. You can watch him do the carving and everything on YouTube. He's pretty good. You have to understand he's my age. He slow talks. He's from Texas, and he does. It sounds rather slow, but it's good because some of the other videos that I watch where people are trying to teach you are assume too much and try too hard. They're not for. They say they're for beginners, and they're really not. But he was for beginners, and he helped me out in the beginning, and I managed to talk to him a long time ago. I haven't really done much with him lately because he does real miniatures of people and stuff like that, and he is so good at that, and I am so far from being good, that I just don't want to waste the wood. And this was, I don't know if you can see this or not. I don't know how to do this. But this is one of these Maui heads that I'm working on now, and it's a long way to go before it's done. But it should only take about 20 minutes, but I don't have 20 minutes. If I work fast, I break things because I cut too deep or something like that. So I'm taking my time until I get used to this, and then I'll do it. It'll be a lot faster. And my hands don't work that well anymore, It's like I dropped a glass yesterday, so this is just, I don't know how I do it. It's been this way since I had the injury. I told you I lost the back brachius tendon in my arm, so I have no bicep or whatever you want to call it in my upper right arm. and my gripping power is not what it used to be. You know, and of course I've lost muscle mass from by age too. I never did anything that really once, especially since I came down here. I really haven't worked out or anything like that. All right, listen, I got to go help my wife do some stuff now, and hit that subscribe button. I like to see people talking about me. And I will be there. Oh, okay. And I will be there tomorrow. If I'm late, I'll be do the live one first. Otherwise, I'll be doing this one. And Jim, as always, thank you very much for your loyal support, buddy. You have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow.